Hello. Hello. It's been some time since I have done a live. Actually checked and realized it's been a whole month actually since my last live. So it's good to be back and see who's going to join today. Um, so yeah, it's been a while. Things have been hectic and crazy, as they have been for lots of people. But I did have it in the back of my mind, and I thought I need to jump on a live soon. So I'm glad that I'm back today, and you're here joining me. So whoever's here, let me know, wave at me, or you can't wave at me on this, but you can say hey, and we can have a bit of a chat. So I have to log off, sign off, end the live in exactly 30 minutes from now. So we'll see what we can chat about in 30 minutes. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone is staying in good spirits, despite the fact that we were sold a lie that we were going to be released from lockdown yesterday, 2 days ago, and it hasn't happened. So I don't know if anyone else is really disappointed by this, but yeah, I was maybe quite naive to think that it was gonna happen. I was kind of strong on the idea that by June 21st we'll all be free again, things will be back to normal, and look what happened. None of that happened, and now we have to wait another 4 weeks and see. So yeah, I'm not sure how everyone else is feeling about it, but that was a bit of a letdown for me. But the good thing is the numbers are going down in the country, and we're getting to a better place. So I'm trying to remain positive. But if you are feeling discouraged, you have every right to feel discouraged. And you have every right to feel discouraged, and you're not alone. You're not alone. So I see that 6 of you are here with me now, and I don't know one of you who's here because you've not even said, hey, what's up with you guys today? Say, hey, I want to know who's here. Let me know. But yeah, so that's how I'm feeling about the whole COVID situation. Thank you, Bartlemy5. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. I'm like, why is no one saying hey to me? Hey, hope you're doing good. If any of you guys have any questions or anything today, then shoot them my way. I already said at the beginning that I can only be on here for 30 minutes. Oh, there we go. Everyone's saying hey, just like that. Hey, Christina Morris. Hey, Money, Whiskey and Coffee. And hello, Cassie. And hello, Lola. See, now I feel like I'm not alone. That's just brightened my day. Thank you. So if you have any questions or anything, or comments, or any particular topic that you want us to discuss, then let me know. I have a few things that have stuck out to me recently. I haven't been watching the news that much because I haven't had much time, but here and there I've heard some things and I'm like, So one of the latest things that I heard was a potential change to the way pensions are going to be taxed. Now, it hasn't been approved, or nothing's finalized, but they are considering ways to pay for basically COVID. Obviously, we're in some serious debt because of COVID and the whole situation, and that's understandable. And furlough and all these grants, and it's one of those things where I struggled, because part of me was like, the government needs to help people and give them money. Times are tough. And the other part of me always felt like, how in the world are we going to pay for this? And now we're starting to see potential ways that we're going to pay for this. So I think one of the ways that they mentioned is that potentially lowering the lifetime allowance. So the lifetime allowance is currently set at just over £1 million. And I know that sounds like a lot, but with pensions, it can actually quite quickly get there. When you have when you've had your money growing for like decades, it's definitely very feasible. And currently the lifetime allowance is just over £1 million, and they're thinking of reducing that lifetime allowance. So essentially you'll have to pay a lot more tax a lot quicker. And so that's one of the ways that they're thinking of taxing the pensions. Another way that they're thinking about is taxing employer contributions. So right now, that's not being taxed, and they're thinking about doing that. And I'm just like, come on, this is crazy. Like, we can't be attacking pensions. We can't be. That's all we've got to secure our futures, especially people in their 20s and 30s. There's no guarantee we're going to have the state pension by the time we get there. Don't attack our private pensions. Do not do it. So anyway, nothing's set in stone. I think they'll receive a lot of backlash. I don't know if it will ever happen, but I thought that was quite interesting. Have any of you guys heard of this? What are your thoughts on it? Let me know. So that's one of the things that, that's one of the things that I read about. The other thing, more lighthearted, is that I've seen that the new £50 note is in circulation with Alan Turing. I honestly had never heard of him in my life. I had to Google him. He was a mathematician apparently, and he will now be on the £50 notes. So that was something a bit more lighthearted. And what else did I see? I saw something, another thing that I saw, was there a £50 note? Yes. Yeah, I remember seeing £50 notes quite, like, I saw them more frequently. What did I see? Yeah, I felt like I saw them more frequently when I was younger. And I don't see them as much anymore, but I'm pretty sure there's always been £50 notes. But yeah, so there's a new one in circulation now, which is interesting. Never seen one. That's fine. Yeah, I don't see them as often anymore. I honestly felt like I saw them a lot growing up. A lot of shops don't take them, too easy to forge. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't know how comfortable I'd feel walking around with like a stack of £50 notes. And it's just not as practical as having a fiver or a tenner or £20. I feel like £50 is just not that practical. But of course, if you're like withdrawing £10,000 from the bank, you're probably going to get a stack of £50 notes. Or if you're withdrawing £50,000, you're going to get £50 notes. So it's not really something that we will see on an everyday basis. But yeah, I'm not surprised that a lot of shops don't take them. And then another interesting thing that I saw is that, actually, let me not misquote it. I screenshotted it. So the number of ultra high net worth individuals, usually defined as though having investable assets of more than $30 million, grew by 24% worldwide in 2020, the fastest rate of increase since 2003. So you're telling me that the ultra wealthy grew by 24% worldwide, the fastest rate since 2003. I think that's absolutely insane. And it just goes to show that, like, during a year of financial hardship and chaos and just like, yeah, just tough times, that there are people out there who are hugely benefiting. And I guess that's just the way of life. It's not anything against them, but to know that we've had the largest surge of ultra high earners or ultra millionaires since 2003 in the year of the global pandemic is just insane. So, Money Whiskey, you said, we now know where all the stimulus money went. Yeah, I just can't believe it. I just was shocked by that. I did not think, you would see so many people hitting those types of numbers in 2020 more than usual. That's the bit that's weird. It's more than what you would usually see. But at the same time, it's kind of like there's been a lot of potential to financially gain during COVID as well, is what I've realized. Cassie, you said, hi Dee, a friend of mine is investing in GameStop and AMC and are seeing massive returns. So I'm feeling FOMO with my 1.2% return on Vanguard index funds. Do you have an opinion on these stocks? Listen, Cassie, don't let FOMO get you. Honestly, do not let FOMO get you. Yes, some people are going to get real lucky. And those are the cases that you hear. You always hear of the people who have invested in this stock that, magically surges and they do so well. No one ever tells you when they've bought a stock and it's just plummeted or it's gone out of business or anything like that. You're never going to hear that. So that is actually what is happening way more often than people finding that one random lucky stock that just soars sky high. So fear of missing out is kind of like that social media highlight reel concept, that on social media, people only post their best moments, yet people are quick to compare their everyday life to people's people are quick to compare their everyday life to people's highlight reel. It's the same concept, really. I know it's stocks and shares and it's slightly different, but it's actually the same concept. So, don't feel like fear of missing out. Don't try and jump, in my opinion, don't try and jump on a bandwagon once it's already like sky high and everyone's on it. I think that's too late. We've seen that very recently with cryptocurrency. Have you realized that it's been ultra silent about crypto? If you think back to 5-6 weeks ago, it was all anybody was talking about. That was it. It was just about crypto. Now it's absolute aerial silence. No one's talking about it because a lot of people got in 5-6 weeks ago for the first time, and now they are seeing some really bad returns on their investments. So, fear of missing out, you're going to win some, you're going to lose some. But I'll tell you what, index funds, it's that slow and steady way to build wealth. And that's what you want. You want it to be slow and you want it to be steady. You don't want it to be like a crazy surge and then you're like, oh my God, because then you think that that's how it works. And that's not how the stock market works at large. Those are the outliers. So in all that very long answer, my opinion is don't worry about it. Say, to your friend, good for you. That's fantastic. That's great. But don't worry, just you keep doing you keep investing your index funds consistently every month if you can, and see where you are 5-6 years from now. I know that's long, but sometimes 5-6 years from now you're doing well. You've been doing well, but those people who invested in that one stock and put all their eggs in one basket are now seeing nothing in return, or the company crashed or whatever. So don't worry about it. That's so important when it comes to investing. Tobo Young, you said, do you run a business? I do not. Technically, I don't. So this whole Finance D thing is slowly but surely turning into a business. Actually, a bit quicker than I realized or I thought would happen. So I will have to start running a business, and this will be my business. What it's going to look like exactly, I'm not entirely sure. One aspect of it will be YouTube. So yeah, this whole finance D takes up a lot of my time, and it's not a bad thing. I love it. It's so rewarding. I'm meeting great people. I feel like I'm able to help a lot of people. It's just fantastic. But it is definitely becoming a business. And so once that's up and running and I'm going through the processes, I will definitely make videos on it, because I want to encourage people to start their own businesses, whatever shape that's going to look like. And just so I can, Tobo, you said, oh, okay, nice. It's been great to see your growth also with YouTube. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, it's definitely turned into a business, and I want to share it with others. And one thing I want to quickly say is that once I started this FIRE journey, I quickly realized that it's really important to have multiple streams of income. And so my hope was one day this channel would turn into it, but I really thought it'd be like 3-4 years down the line. Not like, I didn't think I was going to get monetized within the year, but this now will become an additional stream of income. And so it really is important to find things that you can do to get an additional stream of income. And I'm going to make a video about this because I do multiple things actually to try and get some additional money in. Okay, Sean, I don't know if this is my brother, Sean. He said, hi Dee, with your stocks, why did you determine where to put your money? I.e. you had 10% here, 10% there, etc. Why not go for an index? Cheers. Yeah, so with the 10% that I'm putting in my Vanguard, they are indexes. And I could have gone for a global one only, but I have 50% designated to the VWRL. So that is a global index or ETF. And then I've got 10% in other areas like Asia Pacific, FTSE 250, the FTSE All World High Dividend Yield, emerging markets, and one other, Asia Pacific. So, oh, Sean, you said I'm not your brother unless my dad has something to tell me. Sorry, Sean, my brother's name is spelled exactly the same way. So I was just wondering if it was him. Sorry. But yeah, so that's what I've done. So I do have a global index, which is 50% of my investments. And then I have 10% in other areas that I want extra exposure in. So these are regions that I personally feel will do well or better than maybe the global market. So I feel like Asia Pacific is going to do pretty well in the years to come. So I wanted extra exposure in that area. FTSE 250, again, I feel like it's going to do pretty well in the years to come. So I wanted extra exposure. Ella, okay, thanks, all makes sense. Brilliant. So that's what that is. Cassie, you said, thanks, Dee. I can't imagine the stress. They check their stocks every day. But I'm happy just looking every month and seeing a slow rise. The temptation is real though. Yeah, Cassie, I totally feel you. The temptation is real. So what you can do, and this is what I do, like I have my Vanguard funds, which, gets the vast majority of my money. And then in my trading 212 is where I put a lot less money that I can technically afford to lose, but take a bit more risk. So I done my last trading 212 video, I think I released 2 days ago or something. Yeah, very recently. And I spoke about this because I sold things and bought things and sold things and bought things. And I thought, I don't want people to think that I'm just going crazy. But my trading 212 account is for that. It's for me to take risks, for me to essentially do what I want and play in the stock market. Now, do I think my trading 212 portfolio is gonna outpace my Vanguard one in the long run? Probably not. But I'll give it a go. What do I have to lose? And as I said, I'm only putting in, so I deposit £50 per month into my Trading 212 account. And basically it's money that I can afford to lose. So whether that's £50 for you or £100 for you or £5 for you, it doesn't matter. But you can do that in a general investment account. So if you have your ISA with Vanguard, make sure that you don't try to open an ISA with Trading 212 because you can have only one ISA that you can contribute to on each tax year. So that's why I have my ISA with Vanguard, and then I have a general investment account with Trading 212, eToro, Orca, Free Trade, etc. And those are where I experiment. So Cassie, that's what I'd recommend. If you want to buy some GameStop and you're like, yeah, let me just give it a go. Try it, but don't put much money in it, and don't be sad if you lose that money. Bartlemy 5, you said, Dee, I just got 100k in my pension fund. Yay, that's so brilliant. Feel both elated and deflated because it was my first milestone, but the next milestone of 250k feels like a lifetime away. How do you stay motivated? First of all, congratulations, that is incredible. Second of all, the the time it takes to get from 0 to 100K versus the time it's going to take you to get from 100 to 200K is going to be vastly different, because now your money is working for you as well. So it's not just what you're depositing, your money is working for you. So you're going to be shocked how much quicker it's going to take you to get to 200K than it took you to get to 100K. So let your pension do its thing, let it do, let the compounding happen, and it's all natural and it's fantastic. Enjoy that. But also just remember, like, look back to how do you feel motivated? Look back to where you started. For me, that is something that I'm like, let me look back to where I started, when I was like, actually, I don't want to be poor. I want to be financially secure and, be in a good place financially. Look back to where I started and look where I am now. And, once you realize that, I feel like it helps you to think, I've come so far. Like, I should be proud. I've come so far. And I'm just going to enjoy the journey. So the fact that you've got 100K in your pension, remember, a lot of people don't have anything near that, even when they're about to retire. So that in itself is motivation. So you should feel very proud. And as I said, I'm telling you, that's going to just speed up now. That 100K to 200K is just going to seem like, well, that happens so quickly in comparison. And again, it's because you've now got money making money. And that money's money making money, and so on and so forth. So you're in a good place. Tobo, you said, thanks for the advice. Sounds great. Okay. And Tobo, you said, has the lockdown opened up your eyes to more opportunities and things you never really paid attention to as much in regards to investing? 100%. It's not just investing, it's everything. The lockdown, as much as it's been annoying, it's been a time in my life where I've been able to, for the first time in a decade at least, probably over a decade, because I can think back to how crazy things were even when I was 18 years old. For the first time in a decade, I've actually had to slow down. It's been go, 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 go constantly. And this is the first time where I realized, okay, now I don't have a choice. The world is shut down. I have to stay at home and do nothing, essentially. And it's opened my eyes so much to opportunities. One of the biggest things that it's opened my eyes to is that there is enough to go around for everybody. There's enough. And I'm talking about money. There isn't a shortage. There's enough. And, there's ways to make money and make more money. And I think it's just, and obviously life is not all about money. Don't get it twisted. That's not how I see life. But I'm seeing quickly how people build an empire, essentially, of their own, because there are so many opportunities. And once you open the door to one opportunity, I'm literally experiencing this so much in my life. Opening the door to one opportunity, opening your heart to one opportunity, so many things come as a result of that. And this whole Finance D is just a prime example of that. It's blown my mind what it's turned into, the people that reach out to me, the opportunities that have come, people that want me to speak at their events, write blog posts for all sorts. I'm like, oh my God, it's nothing I ever envisioned happening. But I decided that one time I'm going to get behind a camera. And yes, I'm going to look stupid to some people who maybe know me or are acquaintances, and they think, why is she sitting behind a camera talking to herself? But you know what? I was seeing what a potential future could look like, and so much has come from it. So yes, the lockdown has opened up my eyes. The lockdown, in terms of investing, I've been able to spend a lot more time reading, increasing my financial literacy and my knowledge, and making sure that I'm in a good place to make educated decisions. And, that's what this lockdown has afforded. It's just been amazing in terms of that. And I hope all of you who are on this live right now, I sincerely hope that you're still taking the time. It's not too late, that you'll take the time to think, what is it that I want out of life? okay, what is it that I want out of life, and what can I do to achieve that? And I'm not trying to sound like fluffy or anything, but my God, it really does. It helps and it works, even to the point of me thinking, what salary, or not salary, what income, monthly income would be comfortable or good for my husband and I? What do I feel like would be a really great household income for us two? And I basically went through everything. I figured out, in order to get my dream house, what would my mortgage be? In order to go on the types of holidays that I want to go on 2-3 times a year, what would that cost? I literally broke down everything, guys. It was time consuming, but it let me know what I need to work towards. And I'll tell you, within the last couple of months, things have changed in terms of income. Things are slowly changing, and what seemed really impossible at one point I'm now starting to see, oh my goodness, this isn't impossible. This is actually feasible. So I do encourage you guys to do that. Dare to dream. Even if it sounds like a crazy number, you keep it to yourself. You don't have to share it with anybody. Keep it to yourself. Write it in the notes in your phone. You don't have to share it. No one has to think you're crazy, but just know in your heart, know in your mind, what would give me the life that I want, and see and think about, how could I achieve that? And so, yeah, that is absolutely, like, I'm glad you asked me that question. What a great question, Tobo. Thank you so much. Because I'm so passionate about sharing that with people. I want people to succeed and be happy and to be in a financially secure place. And, this is so important for me. So important. So I'm just willing to share whatever it is I can share on my journey. The Creator Show, you said, hope you are keeping well, Dee. Hope you are keeping well too. And Ifras, who said, hi. Tobo, that's awesome to hear. Wishing you more breakthroughs going forward. I'm looking forward to the more opportunities also. Thanks. They're coming your way, Tobo, because you're asking the right questions. So you clearly you're asking the right questions. Your mindset is in the right place. So you're going to get there. You're going to get there. So any last questions or comments or anything before I, log off? Or anything? Yeah, anything? It's been so nice. Bart Lemmy, you said, listening to you speak is very inspiring. Were you nervous or apprehensive about starting this channel, knowing that many people hang on your investment advice? I hope you're not hanging on. No, I was definitely nervous and apprehensive to start this channel. I really was, because I was like, what if I say something and, it sounds stupid or it's not fully correct? Although, to be fair, I spent a lot of time researching before I say anything. But still, I was like, what if this? What if that? What are people going to think? What if no one wants to hear what I have to say? What if people make fun of how I talk or how I look, or the fact that I'm at the beginning of my lock journey and my hair looks crazy 50% of the time right now? Like, I had all these excuses and thoughts of why, I maybe shouldn't do it, but I did it. And even though, my video quality is slowly getting better, slowly but surely, I was like, I don't even have the equipment. I don't know how to edit. I never edited a video in my life. Just had to watch a YouTube tutorial to figure it out. And, I was very apprehensive. But the best things in life, and not just from this, from other things that I've done in my life, the best things in life is when I take a risk and I just push myself out of my comfort zones, because not only does it 95% of the time turn into something great and beautiful, more so than I imagined, I also learn so many skills along the way, new life skills that I didn't have before. And I also gain more confidence. And a lot of life is about having confidence, is what I would say. If you have the confidence to do things, it helps along the way. So when you keep pushing yourself and you keep pushing boundaries, bit by bit, your confidence will build. So yes, and in terms of people hanging on to my investment advice, I try to really make it very clear that I'm not a financial advisor, and so I'm just sharing what I do and what, you know, other people are recommending, like from the books I read or whatever, professional and experts and all of that. I share that knowledge, and you know, I just hope people then do their own research. So you know, if you, yeah, I'm not a financial advisor, so I can't give specific financial advice. And also, even if I was a financial advisor, if I'm making a YouTube video, it's generalized. Financial advice is very personal. So anyone that you're watching on YouTube, if they're telling you to do a like very specific thing and they're like, this 100% is going to work for you no matter your situation, yeah, you've got to be wary in terms of investing, because you know it is tailored to you, your risk tolerance, your risk preference, how much money you can invest, when you need to access those investments, how old you are now. Like there's so much to the picture. You can't just give generalized financial advice. So yeah, that would be what I would say. Muntaza Ali, you said, thanks to you and some others, I have started investing in index funds. When someone says they started investing, I'm like, this is just brilliant. I feel this financial knowledge should be taught in school. I have advised my 18-year-old son to do the same. That is absolutely amazing, Ali. And, you know, yeah, Ali, I'm not sure, but that's fantastic. And yeah, tell your son. I had a book title that came to me this morning, actually, randomly, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll write a book one day. And someone had said it previously, and it was something to do about like the things that we're not taught in school, but the things that we need to, the things we need to know, the things that we weren't taught in school, but the things we need to know in terms of financial knowledge. And you're right, all we can do is try to pass it on. And with this channel, that's what I'm trying to do, trying to pass it on. The Creator Show, great channel. Look forward to seeing you grow. Thank you so very much. Money Whiskey, you said, good thing you started. I knew how to edit videos, but I have never shot a video before or talked in a camera. You learn as you do. Yeah, exactly. You learn as you go. Like you knew how to edit, but you didn't know how to talk into camera. You figure it out. Like it's not rocket science. And the beauty of this day and age is that we live in the 21st century and we have YouTube and Google to like find tutorials. I swear YouTube is like the new TV. Sometimes I will happily watch YouTube for my entire evening as opposed to watching TV, because I just find it like there's actually more sometimes on YouTube than there is on TV. So, you know, like, yeah, there's so many tutorials out there, so it's easy to do. Thank you guys so very much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Let me know at any point if you have specific video requests. My latest video that came out today, check it out if you haven't already. I changed the style a little bit of my video, but I'm really proud of it, and I'm hoping that it will help people to kind of visualize a little bit what you could do for your payday routine if you don't already have one. So basically my latest video is I'm kind of going through my payday routine, and it's what I do every month, and it's basically my recipe for success currently. And so I've kind of spoke through that. So if you don't already have a payday routine in terms of like what do you tackle first, what do you do, then check out that video. And apart from that, I hope you all have the most wonderful evening, and I hope to do a live again soon and not leave it a whole month, because I absolutely love speaking with you guys. And if you're watching this on playback, then I hope you also enjoyed it. And yeah, have a great evening, guys, and we will catch up soon. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.